Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be checking out a Night Thrasher against Labyrinth of Legends Starlord with the new Silver Surfer synergy. So this is basically fully synced up Night Thrasher. We have Silver Surfer, we have Moon Knight, we have Guillotine, we have Darkhawk, and yeah. So we're going to be checking out what kind of damage boost basically this new synergy is giving to the Night Thrasher, because quite few of you thought that it would be quite impressive and quite noticeable. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to scale properly, and I think it only kind of scales with his base attack, and Night Thrasher's base attack is quite small, and it doesn't really make that big of an impact. So when I first tried it out, I just wanted to kind of brush it off as a dud synergy, but then people kept asking, and I figured that I'd, give in and give people what they want. So this is a full fight sped up with that synergy. Now Night Thrasher obviously does a good amount of damage by himself without the Silver Surfer synergy, and at the end of this video I'm going to be basically showing how he did without the synergy, and now this fight is with the synergy. So we can constantly see all sorts of damage over time effects taking place, and it's quite confusing to notice how much of an energy damage we are actually doing, but at no point we see any kind of like big numbers in red there appearing from these hits. So we are definitely doing some extra damage, but it doesn't seem anything kind of like too out of this world. And yeah, here we can see that we had a nice level 2 that dealt basically like 60 something K in between 3 hits. So as we all know, when Night Thrasher is ramped up, his damage is really solid. He's up there with the best pretty much. And we are going to be continuing in the cycle where we cycle in between level 2s and level 3s. Level 2 gives us a nice precision buff, which increases our crit rate for quite a bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't really last all that long, but it's still, it helps. And then obviously level 3s extend the duration of all our debuffs by 75%. That also includes parries, which basically means that Night Thrasher has unlimited parry in Labyrinth of Legends so long as that passive debuff from level 3 is active. And that also makes the fight so much more manageable, because all in all, Night Thrasher is actually quite a good option for most of the Labyrinth fights, because his skateboard attacks can be evaded, so you have a lot less chance for Starlord to evade your attacks. In addition, obviously those Furies do give you quite a bit of damage, and the fight is going kind of steady and solid. But I did not see kind of like the change in the damage that I hoped I would. And definitely it is not a synergy that I would kind of feel entitled to run in order to kind of like super boost Night Thrasher. It's not one of those synergies. It's nice to have a little damage boost, but it definitely hasn't changed Night Thrasher's damage output to a degree where he would be like insane. And yeah, all in all, I definitely wouldn't think it's really kind of worth clinging onto the synergy and expecting some sort of unreal results. So at this point, the first enrage timer is about to expire. We are close to 300 hits in, I think. And well, yeah, we are doing a good amount of damage for sure. There's a lot of those red numbers kind of like ticking away, flying around Night Thrasher like a little swarm of bees. And we have some really solid crits. We have some good heavy crits. Level 3 obviously does somewhat decent damage as well, but that's not the main point. The main damage kind of point is the level 2s with how frequent they are critting, because the more debuffs opponent has, the more potent that precision is you get when you launch your level 2. So pretty much most of the time your level 2s will generate critical hits. And with all that kind of like combined, yes, Night Thrasher is a heavy damage dealing champion, and he does do a really solid job when it comes to taking down opponents with larger health pools, but the synergy is not the result of that. That's what Night Thrasher did before with his Darkhawk synergy, with his Guillotine synergy, with his own inbuilt Furies and all that. And yeah, so we are at 330 hit combo here. That Starlord's about to go down. We're not going to go for another level 3. We're just going to drop that level 2. He's at 4% heavy attack. We are about to finish off the fight. And we're going to see how many hits it took total. Because, yeah, remember, guys, we did lose that combo at the beginning of the fight. And that is it for this fight. The fight's over at 397 hits. Now, this is a screenshot from a previous upload of mine, where without that Silver Surfer synergy, we did it in 426 hits. So that we can clearly see that the difference is not even 10% when it comes to the number of hits, and I didn't play either of the fights in like any special way or anything like that. So there is hardly not even a 10% difference in your actual damage output, and I believe that is because that energy damage isn't really scaling with like your furies, just like Silver Surfer's own energy damage is not scaling with his furies, and therefore this synergy, well, sorry to say, is fairly garbage. It's definitely not worth kind of hyping. I mean, it's somewhat okay increase, but no, it's bad. It's bad. It's disappointing. Like much about Silver Surfer. Also, this synergy is just disappointing. And yeah, that'll pretty much do for today's video. I just wanted to make that clear because many people asked me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.